Makomborero is my name, and you're watching the News Bulletin. Our top stories. Constitution Amendment Number 2 sails. Police block Ngarivume's Mbare cleanup campaign. Rate exchange reaches 84.52 RTGS to the US as RBZ launches 43rd Forex auction. Foreign currency auction here for the long haul. No sovereign state should tell another how to behave as human rights are not a priority, says ZANU-PF Secretary General Dr. Obet Mpofu.
No, it's just a hangover.
But is it not easier? It's not easier for us to remove sanctions by at least adhering to those basic ethics and human rights, where Zimbabwe is a signatory to?
No, those are not priorities to us. I mean, we've got priorities to serve
to
our
uphold
people,
human rights
to serve our people.
Is it not a priority?
I mean, that also is relative. I mean, how do you? It is what they think. I mean, they're talking about human rights. What human rights are they referring to? This is the most peaceful country, the most democratic country, and our systems are working. If people find themselves being mishandled or maltreated as a result of no certain things that they've done, they can seek judicial recourse. I mean, we've got a functioning judicial system, functioning police and security system. You cannot just be abused. You cannot be abused in Zimbabwe and let it go. So those that have committed crimes will have to be faced in music, but those that have not done anything against the laws of this country but then you don't have another country to tell you on how to manage your laws.
I was asking from a question of saying, if those are certain issues that Zimbabwe also respects, is it not easier for us to work on those issues that have been mentioned about, so that we've got these sanction issues removed? Because I felt it's much more easier to work on those issues that they're highlighting, which was a small paragraph.
Every country on earth has a responsibility to provide such security to its citizens. But you don't have to be told by a country which also does not observe those rules. I mean, how many people were killed in America every day? And how many racial conflicts are experienced in the United States on a daily basis?
Makomborero bail appeal judgment reserved. End Zupco monopoly, bring back Combis, Chamisa, and the Telecoms Company in Forex Thirst. Now for the stories in detail. Constitution Amendment Number 2 sails. 65 senators voted yes, while 10 voted no for the Constitutional Amendment Number 2. The bill will now be presented to the head of state, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, for assent. The amendment bill adds 10 specially elected youth MPs and retains the present system of a president appointing the vice presidents rather than allow a clause that would have come active on the next election, whereby the president and 2 vice presidents would stand together on a single ticket at the election. In an interview, Senator Monzora said his party accepted the result but would push for negotiations. Police blocks Ngarivume's Mbare cleanup campaign. The Zimbabwe Republic Police, ZRP, has blocked Jacob Ngarivume's 31 July movement from conducting a cleanup campaign in Mbare following a recent campaign which they say was turned into a political event by organizers. In a response letter addressed to the movement coordinator, the officer commanding Mbare District Chief Superintendent J. Mafoko said the cleanup campaign scheduled for 4 May has not been approved. Chief Superintendent Mafoko said Ngarivume and his colleagues should let the city of Harare conduct the cleanup exercise.
But we we will come here and make sure that we take care of this language. This is not acceptable. It's not an acceptable situation for us as citizens to look at this kind of rubbish and do nothing about it. It's not acceptable. This is right in the heart of Harare city center, and we have to do something.
Rate reaches 84.52 RTGS to the US. RBZ launches 43rd Forex auction. The Zimbabwe dollar traded at 84.52 RTGS to the US greenback at yesterday's foreign exchange public sale as the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, RBZ, introduced their 43rd auction targeting both large and the small enterprise sector. A weighted average rate of 84.5282 was recorded on Tuesday from 84.5032, which was recorded last week. Net1 interviews for CEO outcry over transparency. Net1 has started interviews and allegedly completed the process under very shrewd circumstances as they seek replacement for Lazarus Muchenje, Technomag can reveal. Sources close to the development told Technomag that a company, ProServe, was contracted for the job and has only favored the opportunity to only 3 candidates who have already attended the process some weeks ago. Makomborero bail appeal judgment reserved. High Court Judge Justice Webster Chinamora on Monday reserved judgment on the bail appeal by incarcerated MDC Alliance activist Makomborero Haruzivishe to 14 June when he is expected to be advised of a trial date. Haruzivishe was sentenced to 14 months in jail on allegations of inciting public violence and resisting arrest. He appealed to the High Court against his conviction, stating the sentence was shockingly inappropriate and the court should fine him. However, the High Court reserved his bail ruling. High Court judge not feeling well postpones MDC Alliance duo bail ruling. High Court Judge Tawanda Chitapi has postponed the ruling on bail appeal by MDC duo Cecilia Chimbiri and Joanna Mamombe for the second time, saying he is not feeling well. End Zuko monopoly, bring back Kombes, Chamisa. MDC Alliance President Nelson Chamisa says government should lift the ban on Kombes and bring an end to the Zimbabwe United Passenger Company Zuko monopoly, which has since failed to capacitate the transport fraternity. Chamisa stated the failing Zuko buses has seen citizens stranded while closing employment avenues on other youths who relied on Kombes for jobs. Posting on microblogging site Twitter, Chamisa said the illegal Zuko monopoly has left many jobless and brought suffering, leaving many stranded or in overcrowded rickety buses and resorting to insecure open trucks. Zuko is potentially a COVID-19 super spreader, but chefs don't care. Telecoms companies in Forex Thirst. Telecoms companies are in serious shortage of Forex to upgrade network and improve service delivery. Addressing the Portfolio Committee on Information Communication Technology, Postal and Courier Services, Permanent Secretary Dr. Samuel Kundishora said telecommunication players are failing to pay loans on time, leaving them in serious debts. He urged the RBZ to prioritize the sector as it was critical in the achievement of the country's development goals. Permanent Secretary Kundishora further added that the ICT sector was also playing an increasingly prominent role in day-to-day life due to restrictions brought by the COVID-19 pandemic and therefore require more funding. That's all we had for you. Remember to like our Facebook page, techmag.tv, subscribe to our YouTube channel, TechMagTV, and follow us on Twitter at TechMagTV.